When we came on the air just now, you said that I had grunted when I was sitting down, which I always do because I'm an old man.
Yeah, you did. Oh!
And you said it sounded like I was shitting my pants.
Yeah.
Now, is there a difference in the sound between just I guess there would be because you have the acoustics of the toilet involved. The sound of your pants versus the sound of just normal into a toilet.
Yes.
Can you describe the difference for me? Yes and no,
well, I feel like the grunt, they probably start the same. Like the grunt is coming, and then...
It's a more smushy sound.
Well, you're surprised. You don't mean to shit your pants. So, like, that grunt is creating the shit, while the shit is creating the grunt in the other one.
Oh, wow. That's, oof.
Yep.
You're almost kind of blowing my mind. I don't even know if I know what you mean. I mean, I know what you're trying to say, I think, but I don't know if I can picture how it works in my mouth.
It was like guttural grunt that just sounded like it was going to produce poop out of your butt.
Well, no, but it wasn't. Here I sit. I do have my poop problems. I've shit my pants after I sneezed a few times in my life.
What was the one when you came to work? What happened? What caused it? Was it a sneeze?
Well, I don't remember what story you're talking about.
You were like driving to work and you had to turn around. It was told on this show probably 190 episodes ago. Are you saying you've shit your pants so many times you don't remember that story?
Oh, yeah. I have enough shit my pants stories that I don't. Some of them are pretty memorable. I feel like I've told like 4 on here, right? I think I've told
true,
4 different.
And your sister told one. That's a lot of pants stories.
For one family?
This is like...
Last week, I had a little issue with my floorboards, and I don't know. I diagnosed it myself, and I kind of think I'm going to figure it out. I haven't fixed it yet, but...
Didn't the guy tell you what it was?
He told me no, and I think he was wrong. He kind of yeah.
Don't go to Jimmy's air conditioner repair, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, but no, I kind of discovered it myself, and I don't think it's going to be too, it'll take, work, but I know what I'm doing, and I was...
How many hours will you have to be in the roof to fix it?
No, it's underneath the floor. It's not the roof. I'm terrified of the roof. I leave that to the professionals.
Nice. This is a tremendous turnaround from last week.
I know, I'm feeling good.
Last week you were, ready to kill yourself. I thought you might be dead this week.
I go quick. I got my lows and my highs. I think I hide it from the outside world, but I definitely have some highs and lows, and I just feel good right now.
You left the show last week saying you're gonna have to rip apart your house.
It wasn't quite that dramatic, but I'm actually editing right now, and we did end on me being like, well, gotta go. I'm going home to rip my floors out. And,
see?
All right, so I just totally, I started here, ended here, and that's where you were in the beginning, huh? So I had a couple. I poured a big, huge vodka drink before we got on there. I didn't think I had enough energy to bring it tonight, so I went with booze. To
bring it when, Mark?
I didn't really. To bring it on Friday night in the mag room.
Friday night again, everybody.
All around the world, you can hear them. Hey, hey, hey! Talking about news and kind of funny stuff. Hey, hey, hey! Mag room, mag room, the mag room, the mag room.
Do you know what the Streisand Effect is, Jarrod?
It's got to be something about Barbara Streisand.
It is.
Maybe if she, in a movie, or mentions you somehow.
A person?
Yeah, then you die within 5 years.
Kind of an interesting... that's actually pretty... It's not close to the answer, but it's kind of a cool guess.
Well, we have that. That's sort of like the mag room effect. Now that you're mentioning Barbara Streisand, she's probably going to die at some point soon.
Is she dead? I feel like she might be dead already.
Really?
No? I don't know.
It's probably even better if
I'm not big on pop culture. Is not my thing.
I feel like she was best in the news.
For being dead?
No, it wasn't dead.
Today's the 10th anniversary of Barbara Streisand's death.
Or maybe something. Oh, somebody wanted to sleep with her or something. Mandy Patinkin. When they were in some movie where they Yentl.
Oh, okay.
I don't
know
know
who Mandy Patinkin is?
The As You Wish. As You Wish.
No, wait. That's the guy.
Oh, sorry. My name is Inigo Montoya.
Yes, that guy.
You killed my brother. She's
What's
married.
the other guy's
She's
name?
married to James Brolin.
That's the dude that was in 310 to Yuma? Or I mean,
Yeah.
no, that's Josh Brolin.
Oh, who's James Brolin then?
His dad.
His dad? Oh, I thought
Yeah.
I thought it was Josh Brolin at first. All right, so what is the Streisand Effect?
Oh, right. Yeah, that was the whole point. We've actually talked about something like this in an economics term, but the Streisand Effect is an unintended consequence of attempts to hide, remove, or censor information, where the effort instead backfires by increasing awareness of that information. It is named after American singer and actress Barbra Streisand, who passed away in 2013, whose attempt to suppress the California coastal...
She's 81 years old now.
Her attempts to suppress the California Coastal Records Project's photograph of her cliff-top residence in Malibu, California, taken to document California coastal erosion, inadvertently drew greater attention to the photograph in 2003.
That is a tremendously lame reason for that to be the name of it. I thought it was going to be somebody like covering up like nude photo, like somewhere you're like, hey, don't look at that. And then everybody has to look at it. But it's like, don't look at my cliff top erosion because my house is on it. It's like the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
It almost seems to me that there should have been a word for that before 2003. That idea of like,
Sure.
If you're trying too hard to do one thing, you're obviously hiding another. It just seems like there should have been a word or a phrase for that before 2003.
Like sometimes I go to the bathroom, like at school, go to the bathroom, I pee, then I wash my hands, and like water splatters on my pants. So it looks like I've peed my pants. I haven't, but it looks like that.
See, now I feel like you're just saying that right now to get it out. Like,
No,
I'm not lying about this.
Maybe like
It's not
one
pee.
out of maybe
It's like,
one
this
out of
definitely
10.
Pee.
1 out of 10, it's pee. But most of the time,
Alright.
it's not.
Okay.
And then I put my hand, like I'm like, what do I do with it? Like I have to walk out into the hall. What do I
So
do?
you put
with this?
more water on it.
I don't know, but no, I just like hold my hands down there, but I feel like it makes it so probably people look more.
Right,
at
yeah.
it. So it really should have been called, and I was doing that before 2003. Yeah, it should have been called the Sisk Effect. All right, should we do some Sisk stories? Sisk stories. First one was about, do you know any twins, Mark?
Do I know any twins?
Or did you? Any interesting
up-
twin stories?
I grew up with Steve and Scott Cassesi, and they were like, I went first through 8th grade. I hadn't seen them since that 8th grade with them, and then I went to a different high school.
So I was always
But up through 8th grade,
they were like
tall. Me and Matt played those two brothers. We beat. I had like work boots on, and my friend Matt has just no. I was probably playing. I think I was probably playing in jeans and all that. And me and Matt beat these two guys, and it was kind of showed me how much kids change in because they stay. They kind of like. So that's my experience with twins. Those guys were cool. I liked.
Those are the
twins.
only twins you've known.
Well, I also know.
Are you going to the Hopper again?
Hold on, I printed something out about twins. Hold on one second. Well, I know the Minnesota Twins are set to cut payroll amid almost certain departure from bankrupt Bally Sports RSN.
Okay, that's interesting.
I know.
You thought I was going to talk about the Minnesota Twins? This
Well, I
is
know
kind
that-
of fun now that I give you the topic and you try to guess. What
I
it is.
also know. Besides Steve and Scott Cassesi, I also know Michelle Fink and Camille Vandermolen. They're crime fighting identical twin detectives who are solving cases in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. I know that. I know them.
You know of
too.
them, or you actually know them?
No, I know them. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Kate. Camille.
Yeah. No, well, have you ever noticed, like, for those two guys, when they played together, did they, like, know each other's moves? Like, could they sense things about each other? You ever think there was any of that stuff with twins, like special?
Yeah, definitely. I think that you'd have to be kind of in tune with that if you were. I just feel like if you were a twin, it would be weird to know that there was somebody. If I had a twin brother, I hang out with the guy that I always get mistaken for, and it throws me off to be around him. You know what I mean? Because I know that everybody thinks we're the same person, and
nice.
it's weird. So yes,
Yeah.
that would be something that happened. That's somehow your psyche would be affected by that. I think for sure.
They always seem to like each other, which is great, right? You have somebody who's like pumping you up a little bit. Your twin.
I would think so. Yeah. Yeah, I don't have a brother, but I guess I think it would be, I don't know. Because I'm kind of the opposite in, like, my life. I sort of like to be left alone. I don't know if I'd like having but if you were a twin, maybe you would just be more prone to have that person that you'd kind of want to, it would grow on you, or maybe you're connected to the guy physically. Sure. You know what I mean?
What
like
if the end of
Siamese
this?
twin?
If the end of this story was really that I had discovered that you had a twin and they were going to be on this show?
Tell me, why don't I know that I have a twin? What happened? What was this? I don't know how I feel about this. How were we separated?
Your parents could only keep one. She got knocked out during the procedure.
Okay, so she didn't know. So this is all done without my knowledge, but I have a twin brother.
Yep.
No, I don't want to meet him. I don't think I want to meet him. I really don't.
Well, too late for that, Mark.
If he's exactly like me, it'll depress me, and if he's totally different than me, it'll depress me.
So on this Twitter post, there were the twins called the Jim twins. They were separated at birth, reunited at 39. They were both married and divorced. They both married and divorced women named Linda. Were presently married to women named Betty. Had sons named James and Alan.
Come on.
Owned dogs named Toy.
You gotta be f***ing kidding me.
Drove identical cars. Worked in security and frequented the same Florida beach for vacations.
They were separated at birth?
Yep.
Then they lived the exact same life?
And both their names were James. They grew up 40 miles from each other. They didn't even know. Yeah, wouldn't that be really weird?
I think so. I mean, I think
like,
that would be weird.
Here would probably be the story. You find out, like, I'm not saying
don't
this
put
is...
Don't put some
I'm
stupid
not saying
80s
this is
movie
true.
twist on this.
No, you're really
something.
adopted. Like, your parents didn't tell you. You're really adopted. And you were separated from your twin at birth. And then you find out this year that you were adopted, and you're like, hey, did I have any siblings? And then you search, and there's Mark Einloth, who grew up in Milford, Connecticut. That's got to be a little far away.
Oh. He's not from the exact same town as me.
Yeah. He grew up in... Yeah, he was in your class. You didn't notice. The guy who looked just like you.
We sat next to each other in homeroom.
Yes.
We had the same last name.
Yep.
It's like, I never even put that together. Just an idiot.
So, yeah, I just thought that was crazy that they...
That really is. That's too much. I don't believe all that. I really don't believe they had the dogs with the same name. That they're saying that just to emphasize. I believe that some of those are true, but I think they're embellishing. And that's crazy.
Both Jims frequented the same beach in Florida for vacation, only 3 blocks
ridiculous.
away from each other.
That's ridiculous. They didn't blocks.
They both had a penchant for leaving love notes to their wives and enjoyed woodworking in their basements. Do you think your name has to do with it as well?
I don't know. I tend to like other guys I like Marks who spell their name with a K. I always get along with Marks who spell their name with a K. I'm not kidding.
And Marks with a C, no good?
I mean, sometimes good, but sometimes bad.
How about a Q? M-A-R-Q.
Marks with a K are 100%. Marks with a K, I love Marks with a K. Such cool guys. Great group, dude.
How do you feel about a Mark with like a hyphen, like Mark Paul Gosselaar?
I don't get what you're doing there.
Why? I am now wondering why his name is Mark Paul.
Is he French? That seems like a French thing to do.
I don't know. I can't find anything about it. He also has a middle name.
No, he's Mark hyphen Paul, then a middle name.
Harry. Mark Paul Harry.
I mean, I kind of have to like him because he's a Mark, but that's a weird one.
Yeah. What happens if you found out Mark Paul Gosselaar was your twin?
I don't know. I guess I would be excited. And I'm like, you guys remember Saved by the Bell? I'm his brother. Did you ever think that I looked like it? I still don't see it at all, but I guess I don't know how they even found it out, but
yeah, you look nothing like him.
Our lives have been pretty similar now that I think about it.
Yeah, you both dated Kelly Kapowski. All right, let's go to Sisk story number 2.
My best friend's name is Screech. My best friend's name is Screech too.
Cheese kind of sounds like Screech.
Hey guys.
Zoinks!
That's Shaggy.
Oh, sorry. What did Screech used to say? Didn't he have a catchphrase? Second Sisk story. Have you ever, this one's about being a dick. Have you ever, like, just done something, like, maliciously? Like, somebody, like, wrongs you in some way and you feel wronged and then you're just, like, a dick.
When it snowed in Baltimore City, this was, like, 2004 or 5 or something like that. I owned a little house in Baltimore City, and it was very hard to park in front of my house in general. And then when it snowed, it made it obviously more difficult.
Okay.
So there was a neighborly agreement where we would each put our little spot that we had secured, whatever, the night before, wherever we were, wherever we could kind of get something. If it was on our block, put a trash can there, and you've claimed your spot.
Because you shoveled it out.
Because you shoveled it out.
Okay.
So I did that, and one day I came home and someone had taken my shoveled out spot.
Oh boy.
So I went inside, I ate something. I ate salsa or whatever it was. And then I went out and gagged myself and made myself throw up all over the door handle.
Ah!
And then I wrote a little note that said, and I was trying to be like super passive aggressive. I was like, next time you decide to take somebody's spot, just know that you're overlooking somebody's hard work and whatnot for your simple convenience, and just, please think of that next time you steal my spot or anybody else's spot who shoveled a spot out and claimed it as their own. Because we all live on this block and we deserve that.
Love Mark Paul Gosselaar.
Love Mark Paul Gosselaar.
Yeah,
I can be vindictive sometimes. It takes a decent amount to get me to that point, but I can go a little nuclear sometimes. But anyway, where did that whole story start?
So being malicious. So this is from ABC News. In Colorado, a welding company had a lawsuit against them with a subcontractor, and it was decided that they owed them $23,000 and $23,500.
Wait. I'm sorry, I was kind of spacing out. What about a welding company, and who was the other person involved?
A subcontractor. Not really important. That part of the story.
Were they registered as an LLC or an S corp?
They were in between. They were going between.
Do they W-9 them or do they 1040 them?
LLC. I don't know. It was W-9 relationship.
Okay. So it's an individual. It's a corporation, not an individual. Is what I'm essentially asking.
JMF Enterprises.
How many employees?
30 to 50 employees.
Are they on the BBB registration site?
They will be now.
Okay. All right, go on. I'm sorry. I'm getting into the details.
They paid it off. They sent 3 tons of loose coins to the subcontractor.
Wouldn't you love to hear the argument that the phone calls that led to that being what happens?
Yeah.
I wonder if it's text messages nowadays. I wonder if it's angry text messages that lead to somebody, all right, I'll fucking pay you back. Come on, all right. I'm loading up dump trucks with. I'm not fucking lying right now. I am loading up dump trucks with dimes and pennies. You really want to do this?
Yeah.
That's how you're getting your money.
So the judge ruled that they had to pay by check and had to pay an extra $9,000 for the cost of doing it. So I was actually thinking of also you hiding the money under your mattress, and if it had been all in dimes instead, that would have just been incredible.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you mean the hotel when I left all my money under the mattress at the hotel? I call him up the next day. I'm like, actually your floor broke. The floor under your bed. Why were you hiding $1,800 in pennies underneath the mattress? What's going on in your life that was a concern?
I have some subcontractors that I got to pay off, okay? And
are you friends with welders? I used to be, but not anymore.
What was I saying? Oh, last weekend we went to Storm King Art Institute. So it's this 500-acre outdoor sculpture park. I sent you one picture. So it's all these humongous outdoor sculptures. And they're really cool. I mean, it's a lot of walking. My kids got a little whiny after a while, but
okay.
It was fun. I thought it was fun. Our weekend kind of got upended. We were supposed to visit someone, and then they got sick, and then so we were just home. So we did that. Lots of cool stuff like that. So we went out, but we went out to dinner. Kids were disappointed Friday, so we went out to dinner. This place in Great Barrington we like, and it's quick and not that expensive.
Wait. Why were the kids disappointed?
That we didn't get to go visit the friends. We were going to visit friends, but they got sick.
Okay, sorry.
So we're sitting, we're eating, we brought some games to play, it was fun. And then all of a sudden, it was overpowering, this smell of cologne. And I look back, and it's this kid who probably looks like he's 18 with a girl on the date right behind us. And he smelled like he dumped a bottle. We had to move. We didn't make a scene about it, but I was just I went up to the waitress. I was like, we need to move the table over because I'm very sensitive to this, whatever's going on.
You're such a butthole.
Yeah, I couldn't handle it, but it was I was tasting the cologne. I wanted to enjoy my dinner.
Yeah.
But again, those smells are too much for me.
No,
too much.
I like cologne.
Do you like ladies that wear heavy perfume?
I like perfume. I love a girly smell. I love a girl who smells like a girl. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a turn on for me. You want to talk about that for a little while?
I don't want to talk about your...
Remember how we were talking about getting close to the microphone?
Yes, I don't want to talk about your... I mean, we did spend half this episode of you shitting your pants or puking on a doorknob, so it'd be quite
Let's not talk about that. Let's not talk about that right now. Let's get a little romantic. Let's not talk about me and my sister having issues with shitting our pants more than any two adults should.
The Einlath, if you ever met your twin, that's what you'd have to ask him first. Do you shit your pants a lot? So do I.
This is as me and Steven Scott Cassesi were, but they are
good old Steven Scott.
Stephen Scott, Mark Paul, Harry Cassesi. Wait, are you guys twins or are you 8 different people? I don't get it.
Did you have to take your mother's married name? No, they just gave me a really long hyphenated first name.
And the last one is spelled Hyphen. Hyphen. I don't get it.
Hyphen.
Stephen Scott, Kevin, Harry Cassesi.
Hyphen.
Oh, the Hyphenson? Oh, yeah. I grew up with both Hyphenson twins. Yeah.
Hyphenson?
Oh, Hyman Hyphenson. Sure,
They were separated at birth. They both loved the smell of cologne. They both their pants.
Me and Hyman Hyphenson both went to the same.
Mark Paul Gosselaar fans.
You guys couldn't have highlighted some of the cooler things we had in common, like our dogs being the same name and our wives being the same name. We have the exact same amount of money in our bank account right now.
Nope.
Our social security numbers are one number off. Can you please rewrite this story? I don't want it to be about me shitting my pants. I don't get why you have to focus on that.
They met each other after they were 39 and realized just last week they had shit their pants in a work meeting.
They were at an adults who shit their pants conference in Orlando, Florida together.
It would have been great if they did that story, but all this stuff was like not... They both drove cars and they had jobs. And they lived on a street that was paved.
They had 20 fingers between them. One wore glasses, but one thought he might need to wear glasses.
He sensed that someone else's vision had decreased recently.
They both had to make left-hand turns to get to this meeting.
All right, let's wrap it up.
Okay.
Produced by Mark Paul Gossler.
My brother.
Theme song by Meggie Yellox. Email mugaandcisco@gmail.com. Put down your phone. Don't kill your wife. If you shit your pants, just admit it. It's fine.
To us.
It happens.
We want the exclusive.
But it happens.
Look, if you have any good specifically pants stories, please write in. Maybe come on the show. Come on the show and say hi and I can disguise your voice.
It would be great if people emailed in their pants stories.
It really would.
Yeah.
We need our niche, and maybe that's it.
And we'll all together, those who have their pants, will stick with the mag room.
Oh, stick with the mag room. Yes.
Shit with the mag room.
Shit on the mag room.
And everything else.
Is
cream cheese.
Cream cheese.
And now with the cream cheese visual, that's quite the visual.
Have you guys ever eaten brown cream cheese before?
That's it. We're done.
Ooh, ooh, I like my groom. I like my groom. Ooh, ooh, my groom is good. My groom is good. Ooh, ooh, I like my groom. I like my groom. Ooh, ooh, my groom is good. My groom is good. The my groom's good. Ooh, ooh, I like my groom. I like my groom. Ooh, ooh, my groom is good. My groom is good.
Yes.